Hello. Today we are going to discuss a bit on active listening, what it means, what way it is useful, and so on. So to start with, to define active listening, it's a communication skill that involves going beyond simply listening to somebody or a patient or a relationship or in the social situations, so that you are going beyond the words that another person speaks. So you are also seeking to understand, not only listening, not only hearing simply, so that you are seeking to understand the meaning and intent behind the words. It requires being an active participant in the communication process. So the active listening includes being fully present in the conversation, showing interest by practicing good eye contact, noticing and using non-verbal cues, asking open-ended questions to encourage the further responses. Then active listening also includes paraphrasing and reflecting back. Paraphrasing means not repeating it word by word, it is only putting forward the summary of the conversation, what was being said by the patient in a clinical communication, or a co-student or in case of work environment, it is employed or employer. So listening to understand rather than respond is active listening, and without doing any judgment, or I'm going to say withholding the judgment and advice first. So with this, I think you got some concept on active listening. Now if you are interested, we'll go for 3 more minutes for 7 techniques that can improve your active listening. The number 1, being fully present, what it means. Put away your cell phone. Of course, it is not in the classrooms and all, but when you are in a clinical communication with the patient or attendants, you can put away your cell phones, ignore distractions, avoid daydreaming, and shut down your internal dialogue. So don't think of the statements and don't assume something on the patient's words or when the other person is speaking. Place your focus on your conversation and the partner, and let everything else slip away. Then second point is pay attention to the non-verbal cues, what it means. You can tell a lot about the person by observing non-verbal cues, what they are trying to say. If they talk fast, you can understand that they are either nervous or anxious. If they talk slowly, they may be tired or they are carefully choosing their words. Number 3 technique is keep good eye contact. That tells the other person that you are present in the conversation. Also shows you are not distracted by anything. And of course, you can't keep 100% eye contact. If you maintain more than 50 to 70% eye contact, this will be wide and bizarre. So that we have to manage that amount. Then ask open-ended questions to show that you are interested in the conversation. Like I'll do 2 examples of open-ended questions. Can you tell me a bit more about that? That is one open-ended question. Other one is, what do you think is the best path moving forward? Are the treatment options available? And 5th point is reflect what you hear. As I said already, paraphrasing, just put in your words what you have understood on the conversation. Keep miscommunications to a minimum and ask for clarification if at all if it is required. Then 6th one, be patient. That allows the other person to speak without interruption. Requires listening to understand, not to respond. Then don't change the subject too abruptly, as this conveys boredom and impatience. Final point is remaining neutral or withholding your judgment and practicing accepting others is the key point of conversation. It makes a conversation safe zone so that the other person will trust you, and the person is not going to feel ashamed. I think the person will be assured that you are not going to criticize him or her, you are not going to blame, otherwise they will negatively receive. So that with these few techniques you can improve communication in clinical arena or with the workspace.